With Live 9.1, we've introduced a sequencer to the Livid Base Remote Script. This sequencer can be used as a simple 16-step sequencer, or you can exploit all its features to craft more creative rhythms and melodies. With features for editing multiple measures, using different timings, and overdubbing recording for any instrument or drum rack in live, the possibilities are vast. No matter how you use it, it's a great way to generate MIDI clips for live performance and studio productions. Let's cut to the chase and get to sequencing some clips. When you open a live set, you'll be in launch mode. The sequencer is available in device and sends mode, which are the modes where you can play synths and drums on MIDI tracks. Enter mode 2 or 3, hold down the mode button, and turn on the sequencer with the first touchpad. What happens next depends on what clip you have selected in the MIDI track. To start sequencing notes, you will need to launch an existing clip to overdub and edit it, or launch a new clip from launch mode, or you can generate a fixed size clip when in sends mode. Of course, as you have learned in previous videos, you can select different lengths of fixed size clips and even modify the script to make different sizes available. Let's start by trying a one measure clip. In this track, I have a few clips. Only one is playing, of course. It won't be active on our base sequencer's edit pads until I select it, either by launching it or clicking on it with my mouse. If I select a clip that isn't playing, I can still enter notes, but you'll notice the red playhead isn't progressing in the edit pads. Let's start from scratch and generate a new 1-bar clip with these buttons in sends mode. Once you have a clip selected and playing, you'll see the red playhead in the step edit area. Use the Shift button to select different drums and enter in patterns in the step editor area. It works pretty much the same for a synth. The pads are just arranged more appropriately. You can enter in your notes this way and build up rhythm tracks and melodies in a very direct manner. You can also just play the pads. The notes will appear in the step editor, and you can edit what you have played, just by selecting a note with Shift and using the edit area to toggle notes on and off. You'll notice the intelligent use of color on the bass, which indicates what is happening. Selected, playing, on, and in the case of played pads, velocity. Let's say you are more adventurous than a single measure of music, or you want to play something other than 16th notes. You'll want to take a closer look at what happens when you press Shift. I have an 8-bar clip here. However, you'll notice the red playhead is only showing some of the time. That's because the view is fixed to just one measure of our clip. I can keep the view current by turning on follow mode. Now, the edit pads keep up with current time, and I can edit the clip in real time. However, when I press Shift, these pads turned a bunch of different colors. What did that all mean? In Shift mode, the current pads are modified to let you change timing, the current loop and viewable measure, and, as we've seen, follow mode. The pads are different for synths and drums, as you can see, but the principle is the same. Let's see what happens when we change timings. If we change to clip view in live, you'll see the changes in the bottom right of the screen. If we change to triplets, the playhead only shows 12 of the 16 pads active. This is expected. It's important to know that this is global. So if we change tracks, the timing is how we last set it. This isn't saved with each track. By changing timings for different sounds, we can introduce subtle details and interesting polyrhythms to the track. Now, let's explore some of the things we can do with the loop size and loop view controls. I'll select this 8-bar clip here to show how this works. I have follow mode on, and as time passes, the bass updates with the pattern in the current measure. By selecting any two buttons, I can restrict playback to just a section of the clip. I can select a single measure or multiple measures instantly. This is useful for editing, but also for live playback for either adding to a clip or just playing a small part of one. The loop view controls offer some interesting ways of building up a clip. I'll use this 4-bar clip as an example. We can select it, turn on follow mode, and then add some notes in real time. But if I want to program a drum fill, I probably don't want to wait until the 3rd or 4th bar to come around again. So I'll use the View button to immediately jump to the 3rd bar, add some high tom, then jump to the 4th bar and add some lows. Now I can turn on follow if I want and continue editing in real time. If all of this seems like a lot of information, it's simply that we want to respect a variety of possibilities. With a flexible workflow, you can easily record several sketches for experimentation, or quickly knock out a bunch of techno stems. This sequencer offers a lot of features for making music, and can be used for very simple purposes or more involved compositions and building up large libraries of related stems. We're pretty excited to hear what comes out of your experiments with this new bass script, so start playing and keep us posted of any new projects.